What is up, time travelers? Welcome back to the past. Today, we have a very special first annual Christmas episode. I'd like to thank all of you, all 37 subscribers as of the recording of this video, for supporting me these last few months. For those of you that have been here since the beginning, you know that I have done movie reviews in the past. There was the Under the Silver Lake review that I did, I want to say about 4 months ago, and I've been hesitant to do those because that one got copyright claimed, and that sucked because I put a lot of time into it. It was actually originally a really long video, but because of the special occasion, because it's Christmas, I thought, let's do another movie review. I think I have found the worst Christmas movie ever made. Now I know that is a lofty claim. There are a lot of really terrible Christmas movies out there, but this one takes the cake. The movie that I'm talking about? Falling for Christmas, starring Lindsay Lohan on Netflix. This movie came out about a month ago, and it's just complete utter garbage. I have seen it a couple of times at this point, and every time I notice something that just blows my mind, and it is suddenly worse. So let's go ahead and start watching Falling for Christmas. So the intro of this movie, very clearly trying to put on this just glamorous, fabulous, super over-the-top, expensive experience at this ski resort. Few questions though. One, why are you driving fancy sports cars, almost race cars, somewhere where it snows a lot? Like, maybe bring an SUV. I don't know if driving that tiny BMW is a good idea in inches of snow. And like, I get what they're trying to get across. Like, all of these people are really wealthy and they want to have the big, like, showy experience, but this is still a ski resort. Like, this is a sport resort.
Good morning, Miss Belmont. I'm Terry Carver from Guest Services. Your father has asked me to work as your personal assistant while you're here. And this is your glam squad.
Glam squad? I need a glam squad. Look at this hair. Look at this frizz mess on top of my head. I need glam squad. Give me your glam squad. I need it now.
What exactly is the position?
Vice President of Atmosphere.
I hate that it does, but that sounds like a real job title.
After lunch with your father, why don't we hit the slopes and snap a few Ussies, huh? Post them on Instagram.
Ussies? Is that a real thing? Wait, hold on. We need to look this up. Is Ussies a real thing? No. Oh, Google thought I meant to search for, is Aussies a real thing? Nah, Google, you're wrong. Australians aren't real. Fuck you. So this guy, he's trying to do his business deal on the ski slope since, they live in the mountains. So the two guys race down the mountain. So once they get to the bottom, they go inside so that they can take off their boots and their skis and finally get down to business.
Oh, Skylar. Coco?
This scene with the Coco. I have watched this movie a few times. I have no idea what they're talking about because the Coco distracts me so much. Let's just take this shot for shot because there are so many continuity errors in this one scene. Let's just take it slowly, so we can appreciate every continuity error that shows up. So as you can see in this first scene, she's holding both of the Cocoa Cups. They both have lids on them. Then they cut over, and suddenly she's only holding one of the cups, which now has no lid on it, because she still has to pour the cocoa in. And then she hands Mr. Belmont 1 cup of cocoa before the scene cuts, and suddenly he has both. How did he get the other cup of cocoa? When did that happen? And they're just holding them, haphazardly. It's just cocoa. It's not important. It's fine. Let's just move on with the movie. So Sierra and Tad are going to go away, leave the hotel because Tad wants to have some alone time. Meanwhile, back down on the bottom of the mountain, the little girl and the grandmother, they're at the wishing tree, and she puts her wish on the tree. Putting the wish on the tree causes this huge gust of wind to blow up the mountain. And the way they look at this wish coming out of the little pocket, it's like they've seen this before. Like, is this a common occurrence whenever you're making a wish at this wishing tree? But this big gust of wind shoots up the mountain to the top where Sierra and Tad are taking their Ussies. And Sierra is suddenly blown backwards. Wait, so is Santa the villain in this movie? Because she placed the wish up on the tree and he created this big gust that started the whole thing. And only bad things happened because of him granting the wish. So that makes Santa the villain. What the fuck?
Sheriff, could you please tell her to let me out of here?
First, we need to figure out who you are.
What do you mean, who I am? I know who I am. My name is...
Oh, she's not Slim Shady. This scene is so creepy. He ran into her with the cocoa earlier, and they have not addressed that at all. They have seen each other, and at least one of them still has their memories. Dude, you are creepy.
Jake owns the North Star Lodge.
Does it have room service?
You know, it's actually more of like a bed and breakfast type place.
What kind of breakfast?
What kind of breakfast? What do you mean, what kind? Well, I guess we're gonna find out what kind of breakfast. So she gets to the North Star Lodge, and she's looking around at all the decorations, and she just looks disgusted. Like she's never seen Christmas decorations or anything German before. Like, what hole has she been living in that she looks disgusted? Like, this place looks nice. So she looks up at the balcony and sees this little girl, like, pop her head out. She's like, hello. And they both have just very blank, normal facial expressions, especially the little girl that's like head all sideways and mouth like partially open. And then she giggles. For what reason? I guess because she's never seen a human before. And then Lindsay is looking up. She waves and smiles back. And the little girl just makes this like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Look.
Hey, I was just wondering, any calls regarding me?
Afraid not.
I just don't understand. And surely someone is out there looking for me.
You haven't been able to remember anything?
No. But the doctor did say that if I did normal things, my memory might come back. But I wonder what she meant by normal things.
Oh, yes, let's take advantage of the girl that can't remember anything by making her do housework and saying it will help her bring her memories back. Yeah, let's do that. It's not manipulative, right? Right? It is. Time goes by. He reveals that he's struggling with the finances behind the North Star Lodge. And so she decides that it would be a great idea to have this party to see if people around the town that, know him can bring in some donations and help him along to get past this difficult time. So he struggles with asking people for donations, of course, because of his pride. But eventually, one of the people in the crowd comes out and offers, and it just kind of rolls from there. But during all of this, Sierra's father and Tad show up and tell her who she is and take her back. So it's a really bittersweet moment, of course. She wants to go back to her life because she wants to know who she is. She has amnesia. But at the same time, she started to really grow to have a bond with this family that she met. And so he's going through his speech, and he struggles to ask for help because he's very prideful. And if you look closely, it almost looks like he forgot his lines because he's struggling to speak. And then he looks over towards the camera just enough that it looks like he's talking to the director and says, "I can't do this." And I just want to believe inside that he forgot his lines and he was flustered and they were just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's keep it. This movie, as bad as it is, got me choked up here at this part because they've been through so much together. And despite the fact that it's only been like 3 days and really there's no reason why they should have this deep connection with each other after 3 days, you gotta feel for them because like, it's sweet. And now, to save you the trouble, let's just kind of breeze through this because the rest of the movie is really pointless because everyone knows what happens at the end of a Lifetime Christmas movie. So she goes back to her routine, but little snippets of her memories with Jake slowly filter into her life, and you can see her do things a little bit differently, like making her bed, wanting to make her own breakfast. So then we move on from there, and they break into the standard required chase. And so finally, at the end of the chase, he finds her in the courtyard and they live happily ever after. There's also this really awkward scene where her father comes in and you realize that the father and Jake look the same because Jake's not wearing the hat anymore like he was earlier. But it's fine. It's a Lifetime movie. That's a pretty normal circumstance, right? So that was Falling for Christmas. I have to say this is the absolute worst, most hilarious Christmas movie I've ever seen in my life. If you did like this video, as a Christmas wish from me to you, just go ahead and click that like button. Give me a subscribe if you enjoyed this. And you know what? If you leave a comment with recommendations on what type of content you want to see, maybe I'll give you a Christmas gift and make something based on that. Otherwise, have a Merry Christmas, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.